Greetings and welcome, everyone. It's All You Can Geek Gamecast, episode 381. I'm one of your hosts, Jim Gast, joined by Mike Sneedy.
What's up?
Cory Feinsod.
Hello, guys.
And Tony Kokonakis.
Yosh.
Yeah, we are definitely not doing this twice, I promise. This is not the second recording we've done tonight, I promise.
Or the third, or
the
fourth,
third or fourth.
Or whatever. It's fine. It's all
We've
good.
had some technical difficulties, folks. Sorry. Let's get into the Nintendo news. This might be a little quicker of a podcast. Sorry, everyone. But Nintendo news, guys. We had some announcements last week about Switch becoming the fastest-selling console of all time. These are Nintendo's numbers. We have not had this confirmed. But it also outsold the Wii U in 10 months. So it's up to 14.83 million consoles sold. This was as of the report last week, I believe. Excellent Switch sales. So
yeah, it's ridiculous.
Yeah,
they came out with a product at the right time, when consoles and mobile devices merging together was what the people needed, and they did that.
Yeah.
And now they are reaping the rewards of their.
It's really funny because we still see the argument of, oh, is it a console? Is it a handheld? You know, people just chiming in with that. But Matt Piscatella of the MPD group, he made some kind of vague posts because he can't reveal things that he's obviously not allowed to. But he's like, guys, just stop. It's just its own thing at this point because we have specific models in place that shows, consumer spending, consumer tracking, this, that, and the other thing. And across, PC, the Xboxes, the PlayStations, it's been pretty consistent. It's reliable. Like, the model makes sense. Switch, just nothing makes sense. Like, he's like, I can't make heads or tails of it. It doesn't matter. You could say one thing and it'll be true. You could say another thing and it won't be true. So just stop.
Yep.
It's its own thing.
It's impressive. They released some data, actually. Well, first they announced their online service is launching in September of this year.
How much is it going to be?
$20 a month. I did it on purpose. I did it on purpose.
Well, I have one chance to get it right.
No, I did it because I got it wrong last recording. I wanted to make it right.
You don't have no. They don't need to know that, Jim.
Okay, but
they don't need to know that.
It's $20 a year. I know this.
So low you think it's per month.
No, I know. It's $20 a year is an excellent value
so
for something.
low.
It's the lowest. I had to do it. I had to. I couldn't resist. I even I knew you were going to ask me the question. I'm like, do I just do it or do I?
You should have done at least doing the like.
Yeah. I know. So
wink.
yeah, it is $20 a year. It's going to apparently be something like the Game Pass. What I'm hearing about their virtual console games, like rotating in and out. And that's a great value. I mean, if we're getting their classic games, just that alone is worth the $20 a year that we get from it.
And then they're obviously gating online play now behind it, which you expect. I mean,
yeah. I mean, Microsoft showed that people will gladly pay for money for this, and Sony jumped on board.
They do have a lot of work to do with that gaming app. Do you think they'll fix it to where you won't
Well,
have to use the
that
app?
is the thing I'm personally hope. There's two major things that need to happen with this. One is that fucking app needs to go away or at least be optional. Just
Yep.
make it in the
Not
new
gonna happen.
Right.
We're not in beta
I'm
anymore.
hoping.
Not this year.
I'm hoping.
Yeah.
I'm hoping. And then two is fucking cloud saves. That is long overdue.
Thank you.
with-
You
Like,
never.
No. I've always wanted that. But we're in month 10 now.
Yeah.
In month 3 or month 1 and 2 and 3, I was like, hey man, you just need to be patient. Now it's like we're almost on the year mark, and I'm like, I have multiple games now where if I lose that save, it's going to be
devastating. Yeah.
Xenoblade Chronicles 2. Oh man, that Enzo. No.
Yeah, you can't go through that.
Can't do it, man.
Oh man, I really hope that comes out soon. I really want to hear that very soon.
It's funny because at this investor meeting, somebody actually asked that, like an actual stockholder asked that question, like, "Hey, cloud saves for Switch? Yeah." And I just thought it was funny because I don't know if anybody's listened to American company investor meeting questions, but it's usually all finance bullshit models and boring.
Right.
Blah,
well,
blah,
the people that tune into those aren't necessarily people that are fans
exactly.
of the
Right.
company.
Usually,
that just want the product that they're making.
Exactly.
Yeah. So we had some numbers actually from their sales. What do we have, Tony? Mario sold 9 million since October.
Shipped 9 million
Shipped 9
units.
Okay. Which is amazing.
Yeah, 9 million units, crazy. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe at 7.33 million units. Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild 6.7. Splatoon 2 4.91. 1-2 Switch 1.88. ARMS 1.61, and Xenoblade Chronicles 2 at just over 1 million units.
Yeah, that's the newest one. So
yeah, which is very impressive. I mean, that's 7 titles they released for the Switch in 9 months.
9 months, yeah.
And all cleared 1 million units.
That's awesome.
How well like the third party stuff doing? Is that on there at all? Or that doesn't.
No, they don't talk about that. But just from the NPD threads and some other stuff, we know through verified insiders that 2 games have sold over 1 million copies for third party. One of them is definitely Mario and Rabbids.
Yeah.
And then the second one's hotly debated. It could either be Puyo Pop X Tetris, or it could be Super Bomberman R. Actually.
Really? Wow, I did not think that sold that well.
Yeah, and I think the Sega financials is coming up this week
as well.
Both
Sega anyway.
Yeah.
Well, don't they own Sammy or something?
Yeah, but
or Sammy owns them, I think.
It's Sammy.
If you want to get technical, yeah.
But
Square Enix.
Sega might reveal their titles because like Sonic Mania has been in the top 15 ever since it's released back in what month did it get released? July or August?
August-ish, I think.
Yeah, it hasn't left the top 15 of the Switch titles since it's been released, at least that I've noticed.
Mm-hmm.
So that's got to be selling ridiculously well. It's just a perfect match of consumer interest stuff.
Yeah.
Yep.
So pretty healthy.
The mobile market is doing well for them. They announced the Mario Kart Tour coming from mobile.
Yep.
And they also announced their financials. Mario Kart Tour is going to be a full Mario Kart game. We're not sure yet, right?
I don't know if it's going to be full, but I think it's going to be pretty full-featured, especially since what phones are capable of.
Yeah. And the thing is, Mario Kart is a premier franchise for
you could easily do like a Mario 64 one, or even like Super Mario, like the Super Nintendo Mario Kart version of the game, like easily. Yeah. But like as far as like monetization goes, you have different skins for the carts, different types of carts, different parachutes. I mean, you were saying characters.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Yeah, characters and classes. Yep. Well, I hope. I mean,
I don't think you put that up behind the paywall because you want everybody to have access to those types of things. But what's on the track, then who cares? You know? You could have. I mean, that's the thing is you could have carts that are not really carts. You could have like a mushroom or something as like, well, not necessarily a mushroom, but maybe
wheels, which it does.
Yeah. Or like a pipe, like a green pipe or something.
Does that too.
So they also had financials for their mobile games, right? Data?
Yeah, let me pull that up.
Sorry.
Mobile. So smart device IP-related income, which is Miitomo, Fire Emblem Heroes, and Super Mario Run for the quarter, just over 100 million. Fiscal year to date, which is 3 quarters, 268 million. So Fire Emblem Heroes making money. I don't know if you guys saw, but they actually are advertising Fire Emblem Heroes. They made a commercial for the game.
Wow. So it's doing that well. Wow.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Huh.
I still log into it every day and
me too.
Get my 2 orbs or whatever orbs they send me. But the 1 year anniversary,
get your 50 orbs if you have the game. Log in. People love their husbandos and waifus,
Yeah.
I mean, I think I spent maybe like 20 orbs trying to get the one with the girl named Sonia, just because that's my wife's name. I have Sonia on my team.
Exactly. Why not? Pokemon Go still doing very well for them. Just their share of the profit for the game, which I think is like 10% rumored or something like that, was 20 million for the quarter and just under 80 million for fiscal year to date. So that's Pokemon Go is still a $1 billion grossing mobile game, which is crazy.
Yeah, insane what that does.
How much money Apple makes?
Anymore, right? Just it's not a fad anymore, Jim. Right?
It's not. It's still a fad.
I'm pretty sure that's the word you used back then.
Still a fad.
Talking about it maybe was a fad in the mainstream.
Yeah.
What were you gonna say, Cory?
No, I was saying the amounts of money that Apple must be making from all this mobile shit is just astronomical too, because they're getting the 30% of all this stuff too.
Yeah, and that's exactly going back to an earlier discussion. I mean, this is why it's important for Microsoft and Sony and Nintendo to have robust online shops, because it doesn't matter if you buy their game or you buy a third-party game. They're going to get, at least 30% of their cut. So that's what it's all about.
Yeah.
Money, money, money.
Yeah. All right, we had Red Dead Redemption 2 delay coming out October 26th now, which is or is not a delay because we didn't really know the release date before.
Well, I think they had said that it was going to be delayed out of October from last year or September from last year into spring of this year, but now they're saying
spring now includes October.
Yeah, they're giving it a date and a. What did they say? A specific date, right?
October 26th. Yeah.
Last Friday or whatever. It's crazy how October is now the new November.
Yeah.
Because if you look at this past year, I mean, Super Mario, Odyssey, Assassin's Creed Origins, and I think Wolfenstein 2 came out on that last Friday of October.
Was it? I think it definitely came out around that time, but I know. What's it called? The Evil Within, I think.
Evil
Within,
the
Friday the 13th or whatever in that month.
I think they probably realized that people, that you can get two groups of people. If you push it that early, you can get people who want to buy stuff for the holidays later. But if you want to, people who are early adopters who want it right away, they'll still get it then. So you push it earlier, and you can get 2 boosts instead of 1 in the fall. And I think that's why it's happening a little earlier now.
Yeah. Maybe.
Possible.
Maybe. There's a new trend picking up from Nintendo's style. They're releasing games now on Fridays, if you hadn't noticed.
Yeah.
It's starting to pick up it's happening more and more for releases. So, I don't know. All new things for us.
Yeah. So, and the other rumor that came out with the Red Dead stuff was that they're going to have a Battle Royale mode, which I think
that will.
Any game that has shooting in it
yes,
is probably going to have some type of Battle Royale.
When you think about like GTA Online, it's right there already anyway.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's literally just keeping track of it in a way that PUBG did.
Yeah.
And there you go.
Yeah, I think we're gonna
everything
get
under
that
the
so
sun
much.
is
Yeah,
gonna have.
It's amazing we have not gotten it yet. It's just like all of these games are being made with it though.
Overwatch, Battlegrounds, Battle Royale.
It's going to happen. I don't know.
And it's going to hit mobile too. I mean, you're going to have mobile games that are doing the same thing.
Mobile clones is what we're going to have. This like straight up clones.
Oh, there's already tons of PUBG mobile clones in China. It's crazy.
Let's see what else we have. Oh yeah, Anthem got it. We're speaking of delays here. Anthem got delayed till.
Well, we talked about that last week.
Let's talk about it again. Just why not?
And then again, one of the rumors as far as why it got delayed is because they want Battlefield out with the Battle Royale mode.
But weren't they saying last week that this isn't a delay?
Yeah, of course. This is not a delay.
Oh, that's crazy. Let's see. We have a new Crash
But it
Bandicoot.
is a delay because I'm going to be watching a movie from Tony due to this non-delay.
Yep. Cool. Did you assign one yet?
No, not yet. I'm waiting for Mike to.
Trying to get the 3.
So I can get a
triple whammy. Trying to get a triple
whammy.
Threat there.
All right. Crash Bandicoot game, new one. Rumored for 2019, coming to Switch.
Again, like with how successful Crash Bandicoot's remasters were, like you had to expect it was coming. And everybody was rumored. The rumors were like a new game was coming anyway, but then we got the remasters and everybody loved them. So
I think they were shocked how well that sold. I think they were. I don't think there was a game.
And it was like in like the top 2 in UK for like months.
Yeah.
I love that game.
Yeah,
it's weird. I mean, me personally, I tried. I think the first one out or the second one, and I was just like, it's all right. I can understand. But
I don't understand.
I have no love for it.
No,
I feel like it's one of the most overrated franchises ever.
It could be.
No, it's
They just have
not something that ever caught my interest
that's
either.
what grabbed the Sony market for making fun of Nintendo. Remember? I mean, that was
but the thing is, like, it's a complete ripoff. So it's like, now it's Crash Party and Crash Team Racing. I'm just like,
Crash
are you
AllStars.
literally gonna do everything that Mario does? Like, come on, man. All right.
I think
we saw success. I mean, obviously, we're seeing it everywhere. Like PUBG's came out, they're success. Let's do what they did.
I know.
People have been doing that for years. So
no, I know, but I mean, this is one of the first instances where it's like, really
take the mascot. If you have a successful formula, take a mascot, put them in a side scroller. Well, in this game, not necessarily side scroller, but put them in a adventure game, and then put them in a kart racing game, get them in a fighting game. Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
Let's do it all.
I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's coming for all.
Interesting.
Supposed to be out for all major platforms. That's including Switch and PC.
Well, it's just interesting to see where Naughty Dog came from and what they're doing now, though. It's pretty.
Yeah, it is interesting.
Pretty cool.
That is interesting.
they could still be doing Crash games.
Lastly, on the news, we have Hirai has decided to be stepping down. He's going to step down this year, much like his Twitter account, the fake one, the fake parody account. Yeah. I think that's funny that, I just find that that's the funny part from that.
The coincidence.
Yeah.
I bet you when he found out that his parody account was doing, he's like, shit. Now they're gonna like forever think I was actually associated with that parody account.
Yeah. I mean, it's sad though. I mean, he's a very liked figure actually.
He's brought Sony out of some financial woes there.
Yeah. Yep. No, absolutely. It's got to be honest, a little questionable on what the PlayStation 5 is going to do because I just when Sony's on top, they get very complacent or very arrogant, whatever you want to say. So it's just kind of like, well, we'll see.
Who's taking over for him? It's not the Gran Turismo guy, is it?
I don't know if they CFO or COO or something.
Okay. I thought it was for some reason I thought it was the Gran Turismo guy. Okay. All right. So, all right. All right, where were we? So that's sad. Let's get into what we've been up to, though. That's it for the news. I haven't gotten to play too much except for Xenoblade Chronicles 2. I've played about, I don't know how many hours now because my counter's just fucked.
Go by the system counter.
Oh, I can go into the system. I'll check.
Yeah, if you press home and go to your profile, it'll say...
It'll say how many hours you played. Yeah, the counter's at 50 right now for me. So I'm going to be around probably... I got to be near the end of Chapter 1, 2, 3. I don't know. I'm on it's weird because it said I was in Chapter 1, and then I fought that person, and I'm trying to keep it vague because Cory's going to play it.
Yeah, I'm going to play it soon.
Yeah, I really am enjoying it, though. I'm not 100% sold on this combat system yet because it's very complicated. It seems like they keep...
I'm telling you, they 20 hours, the abilities until the 20-hour mark. I'm just
the problem I have with the way they're doing their tutorial, that's the issue I have with this game, is I feel like they should make you use that, show you, step by step, going to the menu, make you use it as they're telling you about it, hands-on. Not just text. They give you just text and tell you how to do it. And I think that's the confusing part from that.
I can see that. Totally understandable.
Yeah.
If you have any questions to ask me, because...
I mean, I think I actually was doing okay because we had our conversation. I was asking you things, and I think I had a good grasp of what I was supposed to do. I kind of stumbled across it during combat because I lost. I was I got destroyed.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And I'm like, what did I do wrong? And then I'm like, okay, let me try this again. And I was pressing the button, and I saw the blue circle come up, the blue thing, and I'm like, I think I'm doing this right now. Yeah. So, and I double checked it with you, but yeah, there's a lot of stuff in the menu. There's a lot of stuff. I kind of like the fun story so far. I'm sure it's going to get dark, but I have this it's kind of like a fun story that I'm enjoying right now. So I do like that. I do like the world. I'm playing it all handheld right now, so it's been interesting. But I'm probably about 7 hours in, I'd probably say. So I got a long ways to go. Big journey left. But
that's fine. I mean, just take it, take it by ear. And the thing is, there's no real rush for you to beat it, because there's always quality of life updates. Right now, I was going to continue doing
side
quests and stuff like that, and they're like, we're releasing a new patch in the very near future. I'm just like, well, I'm just going to wait for this because who knows what they're going to update.
I got to play a little bit of DBZ Fighters. Sorry, Dragon Ball Fighters.
Oh, nice.
So I do like that game. I'm not good with the combat yet. It's a new system for me.
It's weird.
Yeah,
it's so weird.
But I do like their idea of assists is interesting. You really have to watch your timers. There's a whole bunch of timers you have to watch. Mm-hmm. You can't just call an assist like you could with Marvel, MVC. You have to really. There's a timer thing you have to you'll use up. So gotta be careful with that.
And not to mention, if you do use them as an assist, you can't immediately swap back out.
That's what I mean. You can't just You got to be really careful, and that's that's another meta strategy there you have to be careful of. And there's also other strategies of you want to knock out the player that's if he's really good with Goku, you want to knock that player out and get him in with Krillin or something like that. And it's you really want, because maybe there's a great assist that Krillin has, and you don't want that. So you got to knock out there's knockout punches. It's really cool. So enjoying that. The animation is just so good.
I think Happo was telling me the one Ginyu guy, his ultimate switches places. He just
I told Happo this. So I was playing some online matches, and because the online lobby, that's the worst thing about this game.
I didn't like that.
And I hope they change it. It's utterly confusing.
When I played the beta, it's just so confusing. You had no idea what you're doing.
Yeah.
But anyway.
So somehow I got switched to a preset team of characters. Because the thing is, you don't go to like when you match up with somebody. It's not like you go to a character select screen and you watch each other pick characters. It's no, I want to load up into a match with these characters specifically. So you can't like counter pick. You can't do any of that. So you're going in blind. At least the non-ranked. I haven't done ranked. So somehow I got changed from my actual roster to a preset one, where it was like Frieza, Ginyu, and some other villain. It was a villain team. And I'm like, well, shit, I don't know any of these characters right now. So I'm just like kind of just figuring stuff out. And, the nice thing is generally all the supers are, like down to forward or down to back in R1 or R2. So I'm like, all right, I'll just hit this. And it's his move where he like channels his spirit into another thing. And if it hits, I mean, it's super hard to hit. You have to combo it or they just have to not know what they're doing. You switch places with that character permanently. So, like, if you're playing as Goku and I do it, I control your Goku. However much health you had, I have that much health.
So if you're losing that match, it's a game changer.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and the thing is, too, is, like, just in the anime, he, like, stabs himself in the chest, and it does damage.
That is so much like the anime. Yeah,
exactly.
That's excellent.
So this dude just had my, like, 25% health Ginyu, and I had his, like, 80% health Goku. And I'm just like, yeah, because I actually picked Goku as my roster. Like, I finally got my character that I wanted. I just absolutely destroyed him. Then after that, it was hilarious.
That's awesome. That's really cool.
Yeah.
So that's really it for me for game wise that I've been playing. So Cory, what have you been up to?
Well, not too much. The usuals, but finished my placements in Overwatch, and I think I talked about last week and how I was just shit in the bed on Overwatch this last placements, and I did not really pay attention too much. But I was just like getting terrible teams, not being able to even get out of the spawn. Stuff like that. It was just like so awful. And so then I started picking like offensive characters because like why? What does it matter? Like I'm not supporting characters that can't support themselves. So I'm just gonna start picking like Reaper or Tracer or something just to try to get out of these spawns and things like that. And then immediately I just die. So it's like I got like 7 out of my 10 matches were just like that experience. I'm like, what is going on here? This is awful. So I'm like, I cannot imagine I'm getting anywhere near like gold whatsoever. I think I'm getting bronze like at this point. This is how terrible these matches have been, and like I've done nothing in these matches. Sometimes I just sit in the spawn, watch my teammates die, and then quit out the game. It's like okay, well it is fun. No, I ended up at 1800. I was like, oh wow, that's much higher than I expected because I did like nothing in these games. So I was like, okay, well. I broke my goal streak, but whatever. That doesn't matter. I was just trying to get my sprays. I got all of my sprays for every season so far. So doing that. And then played a lot of Fortnite. So I've been playing Fortnite a bunch. I started on PlayStation a little bit. And then because I was going to ask you to play the one night, and then you didn't have it that time. So then I was like, well, I'll just play on Xbox later on because Happel was playing it. And then your Mike plays it a little bit as well. And so I played yesterday, which was my birthday, and I was playing duos with Mike, and we're just messing around, doing like drop in, whatever, just like playing, and then we got this one round where we drop in and like we're in dead middle of the center of the ring. We're like, oh, this is great. We don't have to move at all, really. So, but it changes, it changed a little bit. So as the time went by, we kind of had to move a little bit here and there. And I don't know if you know the map, but there's this big lake in the middle, and in the middle of the lake there's this island with a house on it, and it's called Loot Lake. And it's just the house. And so like we're making our way because this circle kept shrinking towards this lake. And so we just made our way to the house. And we're like, there's got to be people in this house. It's like in the middle of the circle. But nobody was there. So we just kind of like hung out there for most of the match. And then it kept getting smaller. So we just like creeped our way out, stayed at kind of the edge of the circle. And then like 3 loot drops came down in the lake. And so we just like building like walls like as we were running towards them. And we got all of them. And... like we were like loaded with rocket launchers and assault rifles, and then like all of a sudden I realized there's only 6 of us left in this game, and I was like, oh shit! Like I didn't even realize how low we were, like how far down we've gotten. And then the 2 teams that were trying to battle try to get into the circle were outside of the circle, so they're all running, making like these forts, trying to build bridges to get to the circle, and they're just kind of banging between each other, not really noticing what we were doing whatsoever. And so we just rocketed them and. I took them out and we won the game. I was like, nice. This is amazing.
Nice. So it's so fun, right?
Yeah, and I won my first duo match. I was like, oh, this is on my birthday too. This is awesome.
Yeah, happy birthday to me.
That's awesome. It's pretty cool. But it's definitely fun. I did not expect to win any games anytime soon, just because it's pretty. When you're just messing around having fun.
Because Overwatch taught you.
Yeah, and if you watch some of these games streams, some of these people, what they do to survive and the building that you have to do is just ridiculous. And Mike and I are not anywhere near fast enough to build in this Fortnite game, because you have to be switching and building walls and steps and different tower. People are building towers and then getting blown up with rockets, so then they keep building as they're falling to make sure they're not. It's just ridiculous what people do with it, and so we were not expecting to get that far at all. But we were just kind of hanging back, and then boom, let's blow them up. It was awesome. And then we saw that screen pop up, and we were like, oh shit, this is amazing, because it was his first duo win also.
Cool.
So
yeah, it's cool. That feeling you get, you're just like, I'm the best.
Mm-hmm.
I'm on top of the world.
Yeah, exactly. You feel like Leo in the Titanic.
Yeah.
I'm king of the world. It was good.
Cool.
It was good times.
Cool.
And it's fun because you don't have to pay for anything, and so
Yeah.
We should play that. I downloaded it, so we should definitely.
yeah,
the four of
definitely.
us should play it.
Yeah, and it's you can do squads of 4, so you guys should get it. Just it's free, might as well. And it's not too big. I think it's 6 or 7 gigs.
Yeah. Cool. Tony.
Let's see. I got Celeste on Nintendo Switch. Yeah, just because I kept seeing a couple streamers I follow play it, and it seems really fun.
Right up
and,
your alley.
Yeah, it's totally right up my alley, and it's made by the people that did Towerfall, which I really love and appreciate. So I was like, hell yeah, let's get this. $20, I'll support that.
We can bought you for that game.
Yeah, exactly. But it's really fun, very difficult. I mean, after every stage, it gives you a death counter, and I'm just like, oh god.
Isn't that Cuphead does that or something too, Jim?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah. There's a death counter. Trust me. Trust me, I know.
But
so.
yeah, it's just really cool. They reward you so much by really exploring the levels and stuff, and I can already see how they ramp up the difficulty.
So how far did you get?
I'm only 2 worlds in, or 2 levels in, whatever you want to say.
Yeah, because I saw some clip of guys doing B-sides, and I was like, how the hell are you doing this stuff? And it's
that's the thing, is
amazing.
When you pull off some stuff, and I'm early in the game, but you just feel so powerful. You're like, yeah, I'm amazing. I'm a platforming god. And then the next stage, you're like, oh, fuck me. What do you want me to do? I'm supposed to do that? How? This is crazy. Highly recommend that game if you love platformers, traditional ones, or it's in the vein of Super Meat Boy almost. But the art style is just really cool. The story is very light so far, but I hear it's actually one of the better stories of indie games in recent months. So definitely check that out. The other thing I'm playing is a lot of PUBG, actually, with Nick and some of our coworkers that we coerced into getting that game. And it's funny, you were talking about your experience, Cory, because the other night when we were playing, it just so happened, because sometimes we're like, yeah, we're going to do some stupid strategy. Yeah. We'll go to this stupid
Lightning
area.
rounds.
Yeah, exactly. And for some reason, we just, nobody went to this highly populated area that usually always is highly contested. We're just like, all right, I mean, we'll just get all this awesome loot, and we're just like, all right, and then we're driving, and we're just honking the horde and firing off pistols, just really just be arrogant assholes, because the game is, you really don't want to reveal your position, because typically whoever shoots the opponent first has a huge advantage. So we're just acting like complete dickholes. We make our way to the military base, which is a smaller island on the south of the Russian map. And we're like, oh, let's climb this hill. We've never been up here. There's a radio tower kind of thing. And we're like, yeah, this is an awesome spot. We'll just stay here. We'll see how the circle keeps going. And it was perfect, because every time that the map was starting to shrink, we were still in the safe zone. We're just like, oh my god, this is the perfect spot. We're just watching the amount of players just go down, down, and down. And we're like, oh my god, what the hell? We have a really good chance of winning this game, because it's less than 20 total players, and we're 4 of them. And then we just did this stupid thing, because this plane flew over, and we're like, one time, drop the crate on top of us, and lo and behold, the crate drops almost on top of our exact location. We're just like, oh shit. But the thing is, because we were on a mountain, it fell off the mountain, so we're just looking down at it, we're like, all right, so we can easily get it, but how do we get back up quickly? So me and Bill were looking at it, and Nick had our backs in the building, And mind you, we were in this spot for probably 10 minutes at the very least. And that's a long time in a match like this. And all of a sudden, Nick goes, people are here. And we turn around. And there's just people that showed up out of nowhere and just killed us. And we're like, are you fucking serious? We've been at this spot forever, and nobody showed up. And then finally, you guys just show up when we're looking at this goddamn loot crate. And we're just like, shouldn't have done it.
It's a trap.
Yep.
Yeah, it's definitely a trap. Because the feel goods are high and the feel bads are real low. So definitely.
Yeah, I try not to look at the count, like the body counts, because I'm like, it's getting lower. It's like, oh shit, I'm dead.
Never.
So it's just like, just gotta let it go and then like see where you do, and then like, oh okay, I made top 12 or top whatever 25. And it's like, yeah, I did good. But yeah, as soon as you start watching, you're like, oh, and then you're like, oh man, getting there, getting close.
I retired from the stress of that game.
But
I think you like Fortnite though, Jim, because Fortnite's a lot goofier
I
and
might.
it's more fun. Like as in, like not that PUBG's not fun, obviously. It's just not so as stressful because it's just they make it so much more goofy and cartoony. So
like PUBG, I'll admit, it is stressful for me because it's just a different type of shooter than I'm used to.
Yeah.
Like I'm used to like
it's
Halo,
it is a high stressful
Overwatch,
shooter. I mean, it is
that kind of stuff. This is definitely more of like a Counter-Strike, like real life.
Like
simulation.
have one life and like it feels like it matters. You know, it's like this matters. I need to survive. Like I'm not trying to get 25 kills in this game. I'm trying to not get killed in this game.
Yeah. It's a different mindset. So
Cool. Anything else?
Yeah, that's it.
All right, Mike.
So I actually started Assassin's Creed Origins finally.
Nice.
And the first thing I noticed is it looks real good, but not as good maybe as what I was expecting. But that might be because then I realized the last games like this I've played were Uncharted and Horizon. And I'm like, oh well, it's not going to look quite as good as
looking games.
Yeah, so I'm like, all right. So then, when I was like, oh, this does look pretty good actually. And it throws you right in to like the historical storyline, and you don't really know what's going on. And then you get a little bit more backstory later on. Your motivation. And I think it's called Origins because like you're not really like part of an assassin's group or anything. You're just doing something yourself.
This is like the original, right?
I guess. I don't know if it doesn't seem like
it
it's
sounds
earlier.
like it could be the origin.
Yeah, I know, but I think Altair predates. I don't remember how far back it was. This is a little bit BC by like 20 or something years BC. So it's like it's back there, but I'm not sure like if it was before what they did for Altair. I don't remember, but either way, they definitely did overhaul a lot of the systems. This game is more of an RPG than the other games. There's levels to yourself and certain characters and missions and side missions, and you really cannot like go too much beyond your level because you'll get one-shotted by like these dudes that wander around looking for you that will try to kill you on sight, and you can't really deal with them for a while. So that's definitely interesting. I don't like the new combat.
People love that new combat.
I know, because they like shit like Dark Souls, and I don't. Because I want to do more of a rhythm-based thing that it used to be, more like the Batman games, and then it's like, oh, there's 7 guys here, but target one at a time and get stabbed in the back a bunch. That's cool. Yeah. I don't know. I don't like it. I mean, there's a little more to it, I guess you could say, more timing, I guess, but
I'm just waiting for Assassin's Creed Battle Royale. So
it'll happen. It'll happen.
Be the multiplayer thing. Yep. But it's okay. I'm liking it. I did have one problem where controlling mounts is like pretty bad. Actually, there was a mission where I had to steal 2 horses in a carriage and like bring it somewhere, and I got like hung up on like the side of a road and just stayed there forever. And I had to reload the mission.
Oh man, that sucks. That's a huge glitch.
It's not even a glitch. I just got stuck because it was stupid. And it was so hard to turn around, and it was bad. But there's like an automatic like walk thing for most of the mounts anyway, so I could have avoided that if I wasn't panicking.
People like to just use the eagle and just soar, like sightsee essentially in that game.
Yeah, the eagle is how you scout in this game, which is all right. And you can see it. So But I'm trying to like delve into like the mysteries and stuff. I'm still interested in the modern day storyline, although I still think they like shit the bed with that a while ago.
Oh yeah, after they got rid of Desmond or whatever.
Yeah, and they still reference him, and I'm just like, oh, because it isn't like you play this girl who's like investigating the past. She's like the Desmond file. I'm like, it's like, oh, why did he die again? What happened? But, so honestly, it's making me more interested in the older one because I like the Egypt setting, but I feel like the London one would be more interesting to me. But I skipped that one. I might go back to that if this.
Yeah, and I heard that one wasn't bad either.
Yeah.
So we'll see. It's not a great game. I don't think it would have been a contender for Game of the Year. It's not as good as Horizon, or it's a little worse, I think, than Uncharted 2.
Okay.
But it's still good. I'm glad I'm playing it. I'll keep going with it, and we'll see how it goes.
I'm curious to see how that exploration mode or whatever they call it is, because that sounded really cool. The fact that they're, have all this historical scenes and like they built all this stuff, and you can just go and like use it as a museum. That's pretty cool.
That's pretty cool. Yeah. Anything else, Mike?
That's it. Just a little more Battlefront.
Okay. All right. That's going to wrap up this episode of the Gamecast, I believe. Thanks for tuning in. Write us podcasts at allyoucangeek.net. Follow us on Twitter, allyoucangeek. Like us on Facebook, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Tune in next week, where we'll probably talk about more Battle Royale. So, yeah, tune in then, and have a movie cast as well. Thanks for tuning in this week, and we'll see you soon.